I used to believe nothing could shake the foundation of my marriage. My name is Daniel. I'm 35, and for 8 years I thought I had built something solid with Claire. But one ordinary evening destroyed it all. Dinner was over, and I stood at the sink, hands in warm soapy water, rinsing dishes while the house lay in its usual calm. Claire walked in, strangely composed, as if she had rehearsed whatever she was about to say. I thought maybe it had been a long day at work for her, but the truth was far darker. "Daniel, I regret every day with you," she said, her voice steady, almost casual. The words slammed into me. My hands froze under the running water, and for a moment, I wondered if I had misheard her. I searched her face for some trace of humor, anger, or regret, but what I found was calm certainty. Then came the follow-up blow. "I opened our marriage." She said it like she was talking about picking up milk from the store. That single phrase rewrote everything I thought I knew about us. Open marriage. Betrayal disguised as liberation. Every unexplained absence, every late night at the office, every secretive smile suddenly connected into a clear, gut-wrenching picture. My mind spiraled with questions. Was this recent? How long had she been doing this behind my back? Did she ever truly love me? Or was I just a placeholder until she found what she thought she needed? I wanted to scream, but I forced myself to stay calm. My voice cracked as I asked, "Claire, what do you mean?" She leaned against the counter, relaxed, unbothered. "I wasn't happy. I wanted to try new things. I thought you might understand." Her detachment cut deeper than any shouting match could have. She wasn't apologizing. She wasn't even ashamed. She was simply informing me of her betrayal, as if it were nothing. That night, while she moved through the house with an ease that mocked me, I made a silent vow. I wouldn't let emotion drive me. I needed to know the full truth. Proof, not just words or suspicions. If she had crossed every boundary, I would uncover it all. The days that followed blurred into a haze of observation and silent investigation. Every glance at her, every vague excuse she gave, carried a weight I could no longer ignore. I watched her phone habits closely. Late-night texts, secretive calls, sudden absences explained away with flimsy excuses. My heart ached, but my focus sharpened. I began keeping notes, timestamps, discrepancies, small lies in her stories. Each entry in my journal was another nail in the coffin of the trust one had once cherished. Eventually, I took the step I had been resisting. I hired a private investigator. Professional, discreet, relentless. They uncovered what I had only suspected. Meetings in places she never mentioned to me. Conversations that would never fit into just friends. Photographs of her with men I didn't know. Her posture telling stories I couldn't deny. Every report from the investigator chipped away the last of my hope. But I wasn't done. I needed to know the depth of her betrayal. I arranged DNA testing, not out of paranoia, but because I needed certainty about every corner of our life together. If she had truly opened our marriage without my knowledge, then I needed to know what else she had risked, what lies could stretch beyond even her infidelity. Waiting for those results nearly suffocated me, but I stayed steady, focused. When the results finally arrived, they only confirmed what my heart already knew. She had gone far beyond emotional betrayal. The evidence was undeniable. Pictures, text records, reports, DNA results. It was all there, laid out in black and white. I sat alone that night, surrounded by the cold truth, letting anger and sorrow wash over me. But under it all was something else, power. Knowledge gave me control again. I was no longer wandering in the dark, doubting my instincts. I had the truth, and with it, the strength to act. The day came when I decided to confront her. No shouting, no wild emotions. I wanted precision, impact, clarity. I gathered everything, every document, every photograph, every timestamp, the DNA results, and placed them neatly in a folder. That evening, I asked her to sit with me in the living room. My tone was calm, but it carried steel. "Claire, we need to talk." She smirked at first, certain that I was just overreacting. But when I spread the evidence across the coffee table, her confidence vanished. The photographs, the investigators' reports, the DNA verification. All of it was there, undeniable. Her face drained of color. The smugness she had carried since that night in the kitchen collapsed into panic and disbelief. She stammered, "Daniel, but I cut her off. I didn't want excuses. I didn't want rehearsed justifications. The truth was already written in front of us, and there was no escaping it." I walked her through it, point by point. Calm. Methodical. Each revelation cracked her mask further. She had thought she could control the story, thought she could keep me in the shadows while she indulged in her secret life. But now, every lie was exposed. She sat there in silence, her world crumbling around her, while mine was slowly being rebuilt on the foundation of truth. In the days that followed, I took the next steps. Legal measures. Financial separation. Steps to ensure she faced consequences not just emotionally, but socially and practically. Friends and family who had once looked at us as a picture of stability, now saw her for what she had chosen to become. Her deception unraveled in public view, stripping away whatever pride she had left. For me, it wasn't about revenge. It was about reclaiming my dignity, my life, my future. Betrayal had broken me, but truth had given me the strength to rebuild. Sitting quietly afterward, I realized something. Betrayal hurts, yes, but it also clears the fog. It shows you who someone truly is. And while I had been wounded, I was no longer lost. Claire would live with the consequences of her choices. I, on the other hand, would move forward, stronger, wiser, and free from the illusions that once chained me. Sometimes the harshest truths arrive quietly, with no fireworks, just a calm voice delivering devastation. But those truths, as painful as they are, also give you the chance to take back everything you thought had been stolen. Would you like me to give you multiple alternate rewritten versions of the confrontation scene? One where Daniel explodes in anger, another where he remains icy and cold, and another where he walks away without a word? That could give your story more layered options to play with.